For more on Ramaphosa's address, let's speak to journalist and radio host Gugulethu Mhlungu. She joins me now live. First, I want to get your take on Ramaphosa's speech. Did he address those corruption allegations?
Well, he attempted to, and good evening. Thank you for having me. He attempted to, and it's quite important to note that this would have been former President Jacob Zuma's final State of the Nation address. And in essence, in the last year, Ramaphosa has been looking to prove to South Africans and certainly the greater global economy that he is a break from the Zuma years, which have been described by the party as 9 wasted years. And of course, one of the big features of the Zuma years was the issue of corruption and state capture. And at the beginning of the speech, he outlined 5 key areas, which included education, the economy, and dealing with state capture and corruption. He didn't deal with the particular allegations against him, including allegations that he received money for his campaign within the ANC through illicit means, but he did mention what was roundly lauded as a new way to deal with corruption, which is the creation of a new directorate within the National Prosecuting Authority to deal specifically with what comes out of the current state capture commission taking place in the country. Of course, you may remember 10 years ago, we did have an independent directorate called the Scorpions, which was seen to be dealing with high-ranking officials who were implicated in corruption. And this announcement this evening seems to be a step forward in the ANC and certainly the government's commitment to dealing with state capture. The test, though, will be if this new directorate will deal with some of the high-ranking officials, including ministers and office bearers within the ANC, who have been named at the Zondo Commission into state capture.
Well, when Ramaphosa gave his first State of the Nation address last year, he made some big promises. Has he kept those promises, and what has he achieved in this last year?
So one of the things Ramaphosa was, I guess, smart in doing in the State of the Nation address last year, which at some point looked as though it wouldn't happen because of the very messy way in which former President Zuma was made to leave the party and the presidency, was he set himself small, achievable short-term goals, what you could call political quick wins. So one of the things he committed to was convening an investment conference. He also agreed to convening a gender-based violence summit because, of course, South Africa has some of the highest rates of gender-based violence, also violence against individuals of the LGBTIQ community and children. He also committed to re-looking at the size and the structure of the public administration, because one of our big challenges as South Africa is a significant amount of the fiscus, of the budget, goes towards a very large wage bill. And since then, he has made good on some of those. The gender-based violence summit was convened, I think it was in August of last year. The investment conference was convened with some South African companies committing to reinvesting money, because one of the big challenges has been private sector hoarding money or sitting on cash since the 2008 crisis. So some of those quick wins have happened. However, we have heard some stuff we've heard in previous State of the Nation address, such as the dealing with the national health insurance, which is meant to improve the standard of public health care. We've also heard once again about the commitment to dealing with corruption. That wasn't new. We've also heard about tackling what is a huge issue, which is unemployment, in particular youth unemployment. And in the years since he's been president, he hasn't been able to take care of the bigger structural issues: slow growth, low investment from the private sector, growing unemployment and inequality, deteriorating standards within the public healthcare sector, the issue of a shrinking budget but huge demands on the fiscus, and as well as having to deal with the issue of crime, which he touched on this evening as well.
All right, we will have to leave it there. Gugulethu Mhlungu, thank you for joining us today.